Welcome back to the Galaxy series of Sabacc. Today, 4 finalists face off for 1 million credits. I'm LEX Shabbat. Joining me today is retired 3-time champion, EGA Eddie.
Thanks, LEX. Like most versions of Sabacc, in Galaxy series rules, the goal is to make a total of 0 out of a hand consisting of 2 to 5 cards.
That's right, EG. The cards in the deck have values of between -10 and +10, along with 2 special cards valued at 0 called Cylops. During 3 rounds of play, players can either draw or trade a card blind from the deck, or can pay to trade or draw a card from the board. Players draw or trade, then bet at the end of each round. The player with the hand closest to 0 wins. For full rules and hand hierarchies, be sure to visit GalaxySeriesSabacc.com. That's right, along with hyperspace travel, we now have the internet.
The players have each anteed 400 credits into the main pot and 200 credits into the Sabacc pot. The Sabacc pot builds until a player wins with a hand totaling 0. Play starts with each player being dealt 2 down cards. 1 card, known as the pilot, is flipped and available for purchase. In this round, the first pilot card is a quad -9.
Our credit leader is bounty hunter Demera. She already has a 0 right off the deal, an unsuited positive and -3.
A nice start, but she'll likely need to strengthen that hand to win.
Republic pilot Drego has been dealt a try -3 and a quad +7.
Drego is a bold player who's not afraid to buy cards and bet big. He's already eyeing that -9 pilot card to help balance the +7 he was dealt.
Trooper KK-815 is holding a round -4 and a Psylop.
A Psylop opens up the opportunity to make some higher value special hands, but it can also make you overconfident.
Brith is a player we've not seen before. The short stack at the table, he's dealt 2 +7s, a round and a try.
Hopefully Brith can get some big negative cards to balance that hand out.
The play is to Demera to draw or trade.
Dealer, I'll take a blind draw.
Demera chose to draw blind from the deck to add to her hand. Having more cards in your hand is the first tiebreaker in the case of a tie.
And Demera picks up a try -9.
She'll just have to hope the betting stays low so she can see what other cards come her way.
Dealer, I'll take a pilot buy.
Drasik chooses to purchase the pilot card for 400.
Looks like he's hoping for a straight Chiron, where you have 4 cards in order, like a +7, -8, -9, and +10.
A round -7 is flipped into the pilot position. Boltner has to like that.
You don't need this card.
Dude, waving your hand and wearing a ratty robe doesn't make you a Jedi.
This is not the card you are looking for.
You're right, weirdo. That isn't the card I'm looking for. Dealer, I'll trade with the deck. But not because of your stupid hand wave.
Boltner obviously wants that -7. KK takes the free swap from the deck in hopes of drawing a second Psylop. Unfortunately for him, he's drawn a quad +4.
No force-wielding players are allowed in this tournament. Brith must just be playing a head game.
Take the pilot card.
Oh, big surprise there.
A quad +10 comes out to replace the pilot card.
A 4 of a kind, known as a squadron, is obviously the goal for Boltner's hand.
With round 1's card drawing complete, round 1's betting starts with Demera.
Pass.
Demera passes the bet.
The real power of first position is having first dibs on new cards coming out on the board.
Bet 500.
Cute little bet, rebel scum.
Load out your 2-meter wide exhaust port, buckethead.
I think that initial banter from Boltner has put KK on edge. He calls the 500 and gives Drego some flack.
This is one of the dangers of drawing an early Psylop, but with the betting low, KK can afford to stick around.
Let's see if Boltner raises with 3 to a squadron.
Call.
And Boltner just calling. That brings the bet back around to Demera. Other players call her Stoneface Sikel, a nickname she apparently does not care for.
Call.
I don't know about you, EG, but I don't think I'd call a professional bounty hunter a name she didn't like.
Not unless you enjoy being blasted.
With the round 1 betting complete, we start the second round with another card being added to the board. The pilot card moves to the second position, known as the gunner, and a quad -8 takes over the pilot spot.
Dealer, I'll take a blind draw.
And Demera again decides to draw blind, adding a 4th card to her hand. It's a try +3. Interesting.
This opens up the slim chance of a special hand known as Bantha's Wild. That's 3 of a kind, all positive or all negative, and 1 or 2 balancing cards to make 0.
Dealer, pilot buy.
Drego is definitely going to snag that -8 on his way to building the straight Chiron. The new pilot card is a try -4.
Now, he has to hope no one catches onto his hand and that the +10 he needs is still available next round.
I'll take the pilot.
And KK buys up the pilot try -4.
KK really has to be careful here. He's made a Sabacc special hand known as a Yee-Ha, a positive-negative pair along with a Psylop. It's a good hand, but not as good as the straight Chiron Drego is making.
And a -4 comes out to replace the pilot card.
I'll take a blind draw.
The pilot and gunner cards are of no value to Balthner, who draws from the deck.
This is what makes this game so unpredictable. Brith drew a try -10 and could use that quad +10 on the board he had no interest in a moment ago.
And with that, we head into the second betting round.
I pass.
Demera continues to pass the bet.
Demera just has to be patient and hope the betting stays low enough for her to hang around and find a big card in the final round.
That's 2,000.
Ooh, 2,000. Real scary. You rebel scum don't know how to make a proper bet.
Is Rebel Scum the best you imps can come up with?
At least the Empire can afford to buy us a change of clothes.
Call these clothes? Look at them.
Don't touch me.
Gentlemen, please.
KK and Drego letting their emotions get the best of them. We'll see how this affects KK's judgment.
Call.
This is what I was afraid of. Even though that unsuited Yeehaw is technically the best hand currently in play, that 2,000 credit bet should have sent the signal that Drego has the straight all but locked up.
I feel a tremor in the force.
Whatever, dude.
Raise to 4,000.
Balthner continuing his little Jedi act and raising to 4,000. Demera does not like it.
Really, Brith?
I'm really not sure what Bolthner's deal is with the Jedi Act. He's not going to scare Drego away with that raise. Maybe Demera or KK, but not Drego.
And Demera calls, not really knowing what's in store for her.
Call.
Call.
Brith's antics don't seem to be fooling anyone. All three players are calling.
And with round 2 complete, it's time for the dealer to roll the spike dice. If the dice match, each player will have to discard one from their hand and take a blind draw from the deck.
I knew that was gonna happen. I felt a disturbance in the force.
No, you didn't, Darth Faker. We all know you're full of great spit.
KK and Balthner going at it again. The dice match, and all players must take a blind trade with the deck.
This could make for a crazy final betting round. No one really knows if the other player's hands are bombed out.
Demera tosses the quad -3 and picks up a try +4.
So close, but not quite the +3 she wanted.
Drego trades the -3 and picks up a round +8.
He'll just hold on to that till he can complete his straight by buying the +10 off the board.
KK tosses the try -4 and picks up a round +6. Of course, he's hoping that's just going to be a placeholder till he can buy that quad -4 off the board. Balthner is taking his time on the trade.
Brith is really the only player with a tough choice to make here. Go for the huge hand or play it safe.
Balthner actually chooses to trade out the 10 and picks up a try -7.
Amazing! What a draw! Force wielder or not, that was some serious instinct.
And with the spike dice behind us, we head into the third and final round. The 10 and 4 move into the mech and gunner spots, and a round -1 is flipped into the pilot position.
Demera could buy that -1 for a 5-card Sabacc, but I think she knows that's not going to be enough for the win.
I'll take a blind trade.
And she riskily chooses to trade out the try +4 with the deck, and she gets the quad +3. Amazing!
Great Karaya's soul! Demera just got the biggest break of the tournament and managed to keep that expressionless face.
Dealer, mech trade.
And for 1,200 credits, Drego trades out for the quad +10 to complete his suited straight Chiron.
Suited or not, it's not enough to beat Demera.
The board cards slide over, and a positive try 6 comes out to fill the pilot slot.
Mech trade.
KK815 pays 1,200 credits for the quad -4 to make the suited Yeehaw.
Poor KK. He's gone from being the top hand at the table all the way to the bottom, but doesn't know it.
KK's Sabacc buddies back on Lothal call him King Credit 815. After this shoddy play, they may start calling him something else. A Psylop is the only card that can save Balthner now. And there it is.
You have got to be kidding me. I have never seen cards like this. All 4 players think they have the Chewbies and are not going to back down.
Stay.
Oh no, Brith doesn't think he needs that Psylop to win. He's trying to make it seem like he's bombed out and gonna fold.
I bet 1,000.
What do you think of that bet, E.G.?
I think it's bait, but the other players don't know she has the best hand like we do.
See the 1,000, raise another 1,000.
And Drego raises the bet to 2,000.
Drego knows he's got a good hand. He's pressing the bet to try and feel out what he's up against.
Ichuta. Fold.
And KK finally gets the message and junks the suited Yeehaw.
He should have made that decision earlier. The weirdness from Bolthner really made him lose focus.
Raise to 5,000.
Bolthner raises and brings the bet up to 5,000.
Ooh, he's trying to sucker Demera and Drego into thinking he's bombed out and bluffing. He's so dead.
Make it 10.
And now Demera can finally show some Punyu. She raises 5,000 of her own. Will anyone stick around to call?
I don't know what kind of stunt you're trying to pull, Demera, but I know a losing battle when I see one.
At least we can agree on that.
Shut up, bent helmet.
The 10,000 gets Drego to back down.
Brith's cool Jedi act is gone now. A 10,000 credit raise was the last thing he expected.
What's the matter, Jedi? Having trouble seeing the future?
You all lack patience.
Out of nearly 50,000, we'll try a person's patience. The bet is still to you.
All in.
And Bolthner going all in.
That looks to be about a 50,000 credit raise. Let's just hope he's a gracious loser.
Fine. I call.
Demera quickly calls and brings the third and final round to a close.
Here we go.
Pot is right. Players 1 or 4, please show your cards.
Squadron of Sevens.
Short Bantha's wild. Meditate on that, Biska.
The hands are revealed and Demera starts celebrating. She's got a little victory dance going.
What's the matter, Bolthner? Didn't your Jedi vision come true?
Ouch. Bolthner looks like he's gonna pop.
But the Force is with me. Slimo Cheeksa?
Oh, yeah?
Oh no. What's Bolthner doing?
Whoa, dude, calm down. It's just a card game.
Whoa, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh no. He's collapsed on the table.
Holy Sith.
Well, I guess Brith Bolthner has been eliminated in more ways than one.
I've seen more than a few players die at the table, but I can honestly say I have never seen anything like this.
Well, we'll take a break while we remove Bolthner's cloak and fill out some Imperial liability forms. Be sure and tune in later for more of the Galaxy series of Sabacc. For EGA Eddie and myself, Eliak Shabbat, Kata, Mijuzju, and goodbye.